You can think like symbolically. I guess that's another thing as far as a playing musician or singing. It's symbolic. The music notes are symbolic, and so our computer words are symbolic as far as the languages.
Well, and like how we're talking about this perfect pitch thing, how some people hear who have perfect pitch, they say they hear or they feel a sense of color on a certain pitch, and that's how they know that that pitch is that pitch. But you do your relative pitch
just by hearing.
But what is it that you know?
It's not colors. I just feel it. I feel something. Oh yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
it's like anybody who's playing an instrument, you get. But that's a memory thing. The brain memorizes.
It's also part of your ear
okay,
too.
but the brain memorizes eventually what that is, and so it always goes to this. Like,
yeah, I'll believe that.
You know, the letter A is A. Whether in other language it's something else, but we know that written letter A is A. Well, you know, the sound is of an A is A. You know, and that's why they talk about the different pitches of A. But
you learn the ABCs by singing ABC.
That's true. All the children. So sing to your children from age 0, 0.
You know, people are learning things by singing them. You know, a
you
lot
remember
of kids
it easier.
Things, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they put. Don't they do math things to?
Well, it depends on the teacher. I don't know.
Okay, fine. But the point is that they're using music to learn these things.
Yeah.
But everyone knows A, B, C, D, E, F.
That's right.
We rest our case. Music wins.
Yes, it does.
So music in the brain is a very specialized thing. We personally totally understand it from performing, from having kids,
and
from raising kids.
My kids immersed in music, which I think
be in the concert halls
is kind of unusual
all the time.
because
unusual.
Most children don't get that involved. But it shows that it's innately in them, because we had a little neighbor girl that came over, and I have a little Irish harp here. She immediately walked over to the harp, started playing it and singing, you know, anything, but she was making up songs.
Her father is a musician, but not that.
Well, he used to sing, but they don't have a lot of music in the house.
What I'm saying is, the other thing would be, is there a musical gene? Because why is it that there are so many families of musicians?
Well, yes.
However, you could also say because the parent exposed the child at such a young age to music, then it's sort of, like you said, got set in their brain. And
could be.
It could be genetic, but it could also be a combination of two things.
The main thing is to expose people to music.
At the youngest age, including languages, because you can learn languages at a really young age.
I'm going to say not the hard rock type things that are noise. They're noise. They're not, you know, occasionally there's some music. And I was listening, some of that Michael Jackson stuff isn't so bad. That's early stuff. And somebody else, at work, he had a bunch of, it was actually Spanish or Cuban or something. It was wonderful music, but it wasn't this loud, horrible rock stuff, which I thought it was going to be.
And the problem is, too, that these days, because people are listening to that and they do it with earphones, they're going to be deaf.
When they have a stroke, they're not going to have any music that's going to come back out of them.
No.
It's all sound. It's all bang, bang.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens in 50 years, assuming the Earth is still around and the
and the water hasn't come up.
250
the water
feet
hasn't
of water
raised up.
And the comet, is it the comet or a meteor?
The comet's in 30 years, and it's a meteor in 30 years, and the water raising maybe 50 years, 250 feet.
So we'll see how humanity fares
keep
in the
singing.
next years. So learn all the music you can. Enjoy your music. Enjoy your time.
Well, that's another thing. Now, when people go hard of hearing, they still have all the music in their head. So at least they have that. If you had it, at the beginning, you at least have that, and it helps you.
We have Beethoven to prove that.
Yeah. But people that really haven't done anything about music and they go hard of hearing, it's kind of a dead world for them. I mean, that's something to think about. It's like going blind. At least you have a lot of books maybe in your head. Well, blind is different because you can still hear, but
Well, you can also.
but a lot of musicians do go deaf after a while, somewhat deaf because of the
That
loudness.
sound exposure.
Right. Some of them,
Yeah, like
and
that,
it deadens some of the sound. But that, and what about all these people in the wars that are having this ammunition around them? That's horrible. I mean, they're all going to be deaf. And
So
maybe,
that's a sad thing, and we'll get off that subject.
Yeah, okay,
because we're
all
more
right.
concerned about music and the brain, and that music is a huge positive,
yes,
for
and it's a great
everyone.
learning tool for everyone.
no matter the age.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. And you can learn to play an instrument at any age.
Yes.
And I will end on this. So when I was doing my graduate work, there was a lady who wanted to, she'd always wanted to take singing lessons, but she said she was completely tone deaf. So I said, I don't believe in tone deaf, because I don't. I don't believe it. So she said, fine, you want to try some things with me? I said, no problem. So I was giving her lessons, and I taught her how to hear pitches.
Really? How did you do it?
Well, first of all, I used a lot of singing, mainly learned from you and Daddy, about just doing one note at a time, and then I was sort of just trying to get her to connect to one note.
One note to the next, you mean?
No, just one
Just
note.
one note. Actual
So-
sound instead
So
of
that
just...
she could I was trying to fine tune her ear to listen to one pitch.
Okay.
So after I got that, which I think I did on the second lesson, then I tried to work like either one below or a third or something structured. And that worked. And then I got her to actually get it all worked out.
Isn't that amazing?
So I don't believe in tone deafness unless you have that. There supposedly is something.
Maybe an illness or
Yes,
something.
that your oral, something you can't hear. But it's not. It's a
Okay, all right.
defect.
Yes.
Okay, it's a defect.
It's not just a general. Like everybody says, I can't draw, I
Right.
can't read. Well,
Or they
It's
can't
not
say,
true.
I can't sing. I
Yeah.
can't sing.
I didn't
I'm
mean
tone
read, I
deaf.
meant
I
sing.
can't hear
Yes.
pitches. Blah blah blah. Well, some people can't read either.
yeah.
Especially in this day and age when you're twittering,
That's...
which I will never do.
You
But
can't
anyways,
Twitter music.
No.
Can you?
Well, I don't know. No, because it's written.
It's 140 characters.
And it's not even written because they're not
No.
using words.
No.
They're using a whole made up fake language. For.
Okay.
For. Are you okay? Are you
Okay, that's not music.
So, but music is definite. Everyone has it in them. There's no excuse about not being able to sing or train it or hear it.
I agree, and it's great. Music is
That's
wonderful.
a fact.
Even all kinds. Doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter what
No,
it is. It's
no.
just that you like it and
You
you
have
have
to-
emotional connection to it. Now, whether you want to get up and sing or go sit in the shower and sing or go learn to play the piano or the harpsichord or the viola or the French horn,
right,
then go
right.
for it. If you enjoy
Yes.
it, then do it because music is a positive thing. And that is what I would say is
Right.
uppermost of everything. Music is a positive thing. You give out positive energy when you perform.
Yes,
You
definitely.
give out positive energy when you teach music. You give out positive energy when you're listening to music, especially if you listen to music that you really like. It gives you
Yes,
gets your
positive
your
feelings.
endorphins going and all that, and it makes you happy. That's a fact too. I don't think they necessarily mention that in that brain thing. They just mentioned that in the Western culture, a major third is happy and a minor third is
Yes.
sad.
Okay,
Which is not true
but-
of everywhere else.
No.
So music is a positive. Music in the brain is definitely a huge, major positive connection.
And we're happy we're musicians because we're happy. I'm always laughing.
Okay, we're kooks.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't
So
make
on
any
that-
money
on
doing
that-
music, but
No, we're
you love it
happy.
anyways. And if you want to have a positive life, then you should
Yeah.
definitely be including music in it. And that's what we have to say.
That's
Mom?
right. That's right. I love music.
Okay, I love music too. I like to sing it more than listen to it.
Well,
I
you're
like
lucky.
to
can still do
Okay,
that.
so this is Kathleen.
And Charlene
The two
signing off with a
Cs.
big happy laugh.
And we'll be back in a little while because I'm going on a little trip
Okay,
to
bye
see
bye.
the corn player. So yes, adios.